Hi everybody. Today I'm working on 1973 VW bus. It's a little crusty. Just ignore that. What I'm thinking about doing is repairing this, just a very minor repair, and then putting back the side marker light. So this light's been broken for a while. This has just been bare. It did not rust in the time of that light breaking. It's been rusty like this, and that paint is peeling off. Let me show you the other side. This is kind of cool. I guess this is the paint color, the original paint of the bus. So 1973 Type 2 bay window bus, non-camper. I guess it started its life out as green, unless it's been painted several times. Right now, and since I've had it, it's this gray color, which is nice for primer, as I've been fixing various parts and primering over it. But also, this is how under these marker lights this should look. They're just these markers are not don't have any electric. They're just held in. There's a gasket behind here, and held in by a couple of really, they just look like machine screws to me. So this side is actually okay. The other side is the one I want to work on a little bit. So here's what we're working with. These are the side marker lights. This is the one that was quote-unquote good. I probably should have just replaced this too. You can see there's a difference in color here, and this one, I thought that was a crack. It might be a hairline crack. This guy, so this is the good side. It has a piece back here, a gasket. That rubber is fairly worn down, but this guy just fits in like this, and a couple of screws hold it in, like so. I actually sell those screws. I found out they're not very expensive, just from different parts sites, but I didn't get any replacements for this other side. The screws were just missing, rusted out on the other side. I did find this set that I think might work. They're standard, if that's what you call it, versus Phillips head, but it's okay. We'll have to see about that. Pretty close. Again, it's interesting. As far as I can tell, they just screw into the door metal of the bus. If I'm wrong on that, let me know. The plan is, let's see, I'll bring a few things. It's a little later in the day, starting to, I don't know if it's cooling down. It's not as sunny, but I'm not going to complete this fix tonight. So this guy's pretty rusty, pretty crusty. There's a little bit of the green, maybe original paint, and this is a problem which I'm not going to address too much. That is just, I don't know if that's a layer of Bondo. It's just really thick on there. What I'm going to do is just wire brush this a little bit gently and try not to scrape the rest of the paint that looks halfway good on the outside. Just knock off a little bit of that rust, and just hit that section with a little bit of rust reformer. I've just got this stuff, Rust-Oleum Rust Reformer. I've had pretty good luck with it. I don't know how long it'll last. I am curious just how this got so bad compared to the other side. I'm not sure, but I thought about, I do have some POR 15. It's fairly old, POR 15. Thought about using that, but I don't want to wait to let it set up. I'm just looking to see if those are actually, there's any threads in those holes. Not that I can see. Again, that's where the screws go. So the plan, clean this up a little bit, just quick wire brush. I'm going to cut a template out with this paper bag. It's going to go like that, give it some rust reformer, and then that'll probably be it for tonight, and then just let it set up. and hopefully then be ready to screw that marker light back on there. So major projects with this bus. It actually runs pretty good, I think, but these front wheel wells, a lot of issues here. I've considered getting the whole replacement panel. I'm also considering just doing a little bit of patching here. I need to really see how bad this is, but that's for another day. So get back to you. I'm gonna in a moment here. I'm gonna wire brush a little bit and maybe cut out this template. Then and we'll be back. Well, we're back. This area is much worse than I initially suspected. Although I saw definitely saw some problems, and you probably did too. So I just gave this guy a wire brushing, vacuumed it, and hit it with a little bit of acetone just to clean it up a bit. This crack is a major issue. I really don't want to deal with it right now. It is going to be covered by this side marker. That's going to be an extremely temporary fix. I can take that side marker off, and I'm going to have to peel this back and really figure out what's going on, treat rust under there. But for right now, I think I'm just going to try to treat this rust area that I can see, hit it with the rust reformer, and then at least fit this side marker on and see how that looks. Maybe drive it for a couple weeks this summer without looking quite so janky as it does right now, and then work on it soon, because this is just not going to fly, and that's only going to collect water and get worse. So disappointing. That is really thick. I almost fall down. I wonder, I mean, is that just paint, or is that a layer of heavy skin of Bondo as well? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna set you down here. Make sure you can somewhat see. What I did is just very quickly cut this little template out, and I'm just gonna fit it over here, and I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of rust reformer, and that's probably gonna be it for tonight. It's low humidity, it's still fairly warm, so I'm gonna hope that that just sets up nicely overnight, and then I can try to fit that side marker. So try to get this so it's reasonable here. This bus is definitely a work in progress. It's been a lot of fun through the years. I've owned this bus since 2002. It is 2021, so we've had it for quite a while, and it's been a good one. I'll try to take care of it, get it back to some form it was before. Okay, I'm happy with that. And someday this whole bus really should be painted again. A lot of rust repair needed, so this is certainly perhaps a temporary and maybe not, certainly not the best fix. Okay. I'm happy with that. Main goals, we have avoided overspray on parts of the bus we don't want to treat. It looks like we've gotten a reasonable coating there. The dog barks away. I'm happy with that for right now. I'll probably come back, let this dry. Just overnight is fine. Come back. I'm going to give it another coating, and then we'll be ready to fit that side marker. So I don't know if I'll show you all of that process. Fairly simple, and you know, a little bit hackish repair, but I really just want to try to limit that rust for now. That is going to be covered, which is good. I would say covered but not forgotten. Let's just, I think it's okay. Let's pull this back. I don't really need the paper to stick to the bus. We'll look at the final product here. Okay. You know, I could definitely get some rust treatment in there. That is gonna be a problem, and again, that whole paint is flaked off there. Not bad, not bad. You know, come out here after work, take about 20 minutes, and do a little bit of a fix. And hopefully it'll last for a short while. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think about this, how you would maybe approach this better, get a more permanent fix, maybe without cutting out metal. You know, it's still fairly solid, so would POR 15 be better? Take a little bit more time, and how to address this area as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. Well guys, we're back with this side marker VW bus repair, and what I've done is hit this guy just with rust reformer. I did a little bit of touch up here, far from perfect of course, but I'm thinking that this got so bad to the point where actually the screws that hold this side marker in place were rusted out, because this marker was fairly beat up. It's got that crack there, maybe allowed water to get in. If you can see right here, that plastic is broken where the screw would fit in. Also, this side marker didn't have any kind of backer. What I mean by that is I ordered this piece here, a little gasket that should fit behind this side marker panel, so I guess fit something like this. Anyway, I'm ready to reattach this guy, and we'll give a sort of a fit, see how things look. I'll take you to the other side. I did not do any work on this marker. It's in reasonable shape. You can see the paint job here is, again, not perfect, but it's okay. This bus is a project. I just reattached this guy. I had taken it off previously just to look, and this one, I thought it didn't have that little backer or gasket piece, but it actually does, and it fits very nicely. Some of the paint flaking off there, so that side's good. But we'll see how the other side looks as I reattach this marker, just to compare. Okay, so let's go over here. I'm gonna set you guys down. I think about right there. Hopefully that'll let you see what I'm doing. No big deal. What we want to do, and I just found these, what I call machine screws. We want to go like this in my stash. So I'm going to attempt to just attach these guys and I've already screwed them into that gasket or backing plate, whatever you want to call it. I think this is a little bit thicker than I'd like, so I'm really curious how this is going to fit. So let's give a go. We'll try to match up to those pre-drilled holes. See if we can get it started. I think we're okay. There we go. Get a little bit of an eyeball. Oh, staying in place. It's a good sign. That one already feels fairly tight. I'm going to crank this one down a little bit more. I don't want to go too much. You're screwing into plastic. Final product, what do you think? That looks awful there. Something to work on in the future. Don't look at that again. Pretty bad. It needs major work. We'll get to at some point. There's a bit of a gap there. I'm trying to see. Again, that edge of this marker light is offset. The gasket is pushed right up against the metal of the door of the bus, but there's that gap all the way around. With a quick read online, I read that this is an issue with these aftermarket gaskets. People talk about shaving them down. Just to compare, you can see this guy is nice and flush. Much better. That brand is a Hella brand. That is the gasket. I don't know about the marker light. It does look a little bit different color. I don't see any marking on there or brand name. Well, wait a second. This is a Hella, and the backing gasket or backing plate, whatever you want to call it, is also Hella brand. This guy, I got that from Bus Depot, and you can see the quality and the fit. Not really holding up. Well, I'm gonna leave it for now. The goal was to fix that little rust area and get this marker light back on there. So I might leave it there. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. I'm not a professional by any means, as you can tell. Rust repair is fairly basic. We just did a little rust reformer. I'm pleased with finding those screws without buying anything. Not that they're expensive, but that it feels nice and tight. But again, that offset is something we may have to work on a little bit, and I guess just try to shave that down. I did order 2 of those backing gaskets by mistake. I didn't think the other light had one, so I guess I have a little bit of a couple chances to mess with it a bit. We'll see. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Take care, and I'll talk to you later. There goes Teddy.